Locked down as more than 1,000 people rallied against the appearance of a controversial editor from Breitbart, Milo Yiannopoulos. The clash has escalated. The speech was canceled, and just moments ago, President Trump did weigh in again. ABC's Kana Warworth is on the scene in Berkeley with all the latest. Good morning, Kana.
And George, good morning. It was a terrifying night. Campus police issuing a shelter-in-place order after college Republicans invited Milo Yiannopoulos to speak. Now, behind me, this is a police generator that was knocked over and set on fire when these protests turned into a riot. Overnight mayhem on campus. The University of California, Berkeley erupting in flames as over 1,000 came out to protest an appearance by the self-described right-wing internet troll Milo Yiannopoulos.
We will not tolerate racism or sexism or hate crimes and violence. He's a fascist, and Berkeley did not welcome him.
At least 6 people were injured, including this Trump supporter who was pepper sprayed. The university canceling the speech.
Hey, Milo, we shot you down.
Riot police even retreating to the building for safety. You can hear them urging the crowds to leave.
I think we have a right to say that we don't want him here. And
the standoff intensifying as protesters lit fireworks, police firing back.
It's going too far right now. This is uncalled for. This is not going to get no message across.
Yiannopoulos, an editor for Breitbart News and an avid supporter of President Trump, responding on Facebook, posting this video.
Because they're so threatened by the idea that a conservative speaker might be persuasive and interesting and funny and might persuade, might take some people with him. They just have to shut it down at all costs.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
That's how you go! That's right! That's right! Break it up! Peace! Peace! Peace!
He was looking like he was in pain.
Don't lose the propaganda war! Propaganda war! No education! Your boy got knocked out! That's right! Don't be... You got knocked out!
Looks like you're good.
Yeah, you should be good.
You didn't say anything to anybody? You were just walking out, or what?
I was walking out with a Trump sign. They grabbed my Trump sign and started following me, saying I was like a racist and stuff.
Streets of Los Angeles, at least 1,000 people are involved. And earlier, they brought out a huge papier-mâché Trump head. The Trump piñata had been sort of popular throughout California as many people were taking their frustrations out on these Trump piñatas, and they set it on fire. And now you can hear people chanting behind me, singing, all we're saying is give peace a chance. Many Californians, Don, that did not vote for Donald Trump sort of feel that this was not their choice, and now they're stuck with it. And a whole lot of people at this protest, many Latino, are saying they now fear that relatives could be deported. Here's Lily. Lily, your sign tonight says...
Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. If we don't fight, who's going to fight for us? People had to die for freedom where we're at today. We can't just do rallies. We have to fight back. There will be casualties on both sides. There will be, because people have to die to make a change in this world. But Trump, enough with your racism. Stop splitting families. Don't split my family.
And you're fearful that you're going to lose friends and relatives to deport?
A lot. Friends, family, even all races. Not just my Hispanic culture, but the rest of the races.
you don't own this space. You're not entitled to this space. You're not entitled to just come, spew hate, create violent rhetoric, and make the campus unsafe and uncomfortable. Our media,
Okay.
Our media has adopted a practice of not displaying or talking about criminal names, about people who perpetuate terror and trauma on American citizens.
All right.
We don't even mention their names or show their faces in the media when they do horrible things.
Right.
Why do you think it's okay to provide a space and a platform in your position to people that we have already expressed are here violently?
Can I answer
terrorizing
that? You're asking me a question
us.
I would like to answer.
Go ahead.
If I did not get their voice, as well as your voices, then that would be bias, and that is not truth seeking.
And I wanted to tell them, Thomas Paine, in Introduction to Liberty, he says it's not the right of the person to speak, but it's the right of the person to listen. That's important for free speech. They're not letting us listen, so obviously they don't believe in free speech.
She's egging him on. She's egging him on. Yep.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
She's egging him on.
My class, my mom.
Oh my God. Oh shit, they're throwing eggs at her.
You are in the streets, blocking the roadway. You are unlawfully assembled. You need to disperse immediately or you will be subject to arrest. Do it now.
The McDonald's, the window is broken into again. We saw a couple other stores broken into and looted.
Tear gas has been thrown, water bottles we witnessed being thrown at police.
Tear gas. Tear gas.
This tear gas just dropped right near us. It's going to get very bad here if we don't have masks.
Yeah, so
they're throwing it back. There are a lot of beanbags being shown at tear gas.
What you're looking at is the aftermath of the grand jury deciding not to indict Officer Wilson.
That's one police cruiser that is fully engulfed right now. And then if you just turn to your right, our photographer Stike DeMoss is going to get you the other cruiser. That one is almost finished burning. It was mayhem. We saw these buildings catch on fire. This was a beauty supply store. And we watched it just burn to the ground. The AutoZone is on fire. This is the third building within 2 blocks, and it is, destroyed. The building is basically collapsed. You can hear the explosions going on inside there from whatever is inside, whether it's
about ever tinier things. This hysteria about microaggressions. Well, they're called microaggressions because you can't even see them. And the reason you can't see them is because they're not there. There's nothing happened. I mean, hello, darling.
Sir, please,
do you need some
sir,
help?
sir,
Do you need
please,
some help?
sir, please.
We'd like to ask you to please.
Sir, please.
Can we ask you to stop, please?
Sir. Sir.
At first, protesters were disruptive, blocking all lanes of I-94, but peaceful.
This is an unlawful assembly. You are subject to arrest.
Police gave more than 25 warnings to leave. Hundreds stayed on the freeway, on the bridge. Police say the protest became a riot.
And protesters last night turned into criminals, and I'm absolutely disgusted by the acts of some, not all, but some.
Some of those people threw projectiles on or near the freeway.
One of the rocks actually hit the officer's badge and actually scraped off the entire front of the badge.
He's got a bottle. He's got a bottle, Marshall.
We had 21 police officers last night that were injured. Rocks, bottles, rebar.
To try to move the crowd, police say they use non-irritant smoke and other non-lethal devices. Officers also sprayed mace, they say occasionally. Our camera caught mace sprayed near a truck with children.
They maced the child! This is is a truck for the children.
Police defended their actions, saying officers did not mace children, but maced adults, getting in the way of police getting the truck to safety.
We took and bless the inauguration of Donald Trump. We're not exactly sure where in the Capitol this is taking place, but it looks like it is well away from the center, which is heavily fenced off for the inauguration ceremony itself. But clearly we have now the beginnings of clashes between some groups of protesters and the security forces, and what we saw obviously was an attack on, I'm not sure which building it was just there, but some damage being caused.
All we have to do is just get up and say mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. It's all our fault. Now, before we go any further, decency, 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 decency. Sorry. Okay, if you guys are all going to come up here, can we at least have circle time or something? Are you guys having a tough time seeing?
Safety! 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 Safety!
Oh, you go to school. Oh.
Peaceful march in the city's uptown area quickly turned violent. What started out again in that uptown city area, it basically turned into clashes, and it broke out between protesters and police outside the Omni Hotel. You're looking at these pictures right here. Police in riot gear fired off tear gas and flash grenades as demonstrators threw objects at officers. Now, there were also reports of looting, and 2 employees at the nearby Hyatt House Hotel were assaulted by protesters. One person was shot and is in critical condition. Earlier, they were reporting that that person was dead, but we have since learned that is not the case. The Charlotte-Mecklenburg police chief said it was a civilian-on-civilian shooting.
An anarchist sprang out of the crowd and launched this full-on assault. American Apparel, Nike Town, and a few banks all got hit.
We just locked all the doors. I noticed that the glass was all buckling out front here.
No one was hurt, but plenty thought they would be.
I saw them coming down, so I was afraid for my life.
Police on bikes coasted in. The anarchists ran. There were reports that they changed clothes to blend back in with the protesters.
Whole street! Our street! Whole street! Our street!
The marching continued all through the afternoon, through downtown, disrupting traffic, but it was calmer until just after 4:30 near the Pike Place Market, when police took some of the Occupy flags.
All they had to do was ask. They did not ask. I'm homeless and I understand the word please.
Then it got even more tense.
Let it go! Let it go! Why?
Crowds were pushing and swaying. More violence threatened to erupt.
Yourself! Behave 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 yourself! You are freaks and animals! You're freaks and animals! Behave yourself! Behave yourself! Behave! Racist, sexist, anti-gay, right-wing bigots, go away!